Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th Language Arts Festival piano music presentation by Vincent Ong. My name is Jason and I will be your MC for today. And the host of this show is Miss Sue Sudarak. You can see her over there. She is the
Hello.
principal of Language Arts Workshop and my mother and Vincent Ong's mother too. Of course, that would mean that Vincent is my brother. So yeah, that's an interesting thing to point out. All right, so today we are going to have a musical performance by Vincent Ong, and we will also have a short discussion session where we talk about the challenges that the young musicians will face in this pandemic era, and also how we can try to work to overcome these problems. So Language Arts Festival is actually an initiative from Language Arts Workshop to allow our students to share their work with their family and friends. And we want our members to understand the complexity of communication arts subjects and to experience the benefits of a lifelong learning process. Vincent is also one of Language Arts Workshop's communication skills student. And by participating in this kind of performance art activities, students will gain a fundamental learning process. They will increase their learning and teaching experience and create a lifelong learning culture for the community that we live in. And even in the music education field, I'm sure that many students, and we have quite a few teachers here too, we can all learn to adapt in the big changes in the pandemic era too. I hope that everyone will learn something from this evening. So your feedback and comments will be greatly appreciated. We hope that we can improve everyone's music and art presentation online in the future. So I would like to welcome Miss Sue to give a little bit of an opening speech for us. All right, everyone, please welcome Miss Sue.
Thank you, Jason. Welcome everyone to Penang virtually once again. And it's great to see familiar faces. And this time is going to be quite exciting, and I'm still excited about it. Vincent is also a language arts student. He is taking communication skills syllabus and advanced grade. And we promote these performance art and literary activities here at Language Art Workshop, where the students will have to give a presentation of the work that they have done. And this is the time of the year they showcase their skills, their talent, their passion, their interest to their family and friends. So to me, it's a great platform for the children to have the opportunity to showcase their work. And I think that it's beneficial that if we can all come together and make it work for the next generations. So this is our experimental project here for music event. So I hope it works well. Keep our finger crossed. As parents and teacher, we should offer the kids, the students, opportunity to improve their personal and professional development as well. So this is the objective of the Language Arts Festival, that we've been having this every year. No matter what field we are in, we need to enhance our learning and teaching quality. And we are here today to learn together with you, to get the feedback, see how it goes today, and then, and create a lifelong learning culture for the community we live in. Over to you, Jason.
Thank you, Miss Sue. So let's all welcome Vincent Ong onto the screen, not the stage. All right, everyone, give him a big hand.
Yay! Show him your hand.
Today we will be having a short video presentation, as you will see later, and then after that I will talk a bit about the repertoire that I have prepared. And we've been working out different ways to set up this so we can have a optimal view and setup for this event. And as you can see, I'm using a webcam now, and you can also see the mic here is a condenser mic, and it works very well for now, and I would love to hear your feedback later in the discussion. But yeah, so that's what we've been working on, and I hope you enjoy the short performance later on. In the video, you will be able to see some footage of me playing, and the first one would be about would be from the time when I performed Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto in Taiwan, and that was the rehearsal. So you will see the footage later on, and then you will see a video from Italy where I joined the San Daniel piano meeting, where I got to play the Chopin Piano Concerto with the accompaniment by Professor Natalia True, Russian professor from the Moscow Conservatory. And lastly, you will see another second part of the video, which has the background music of me playing one of the Bach prelude and fugues. You will hear the fugue in the background. And that is actually the recording I used for my audition to apply for the Mozarteum University in Salzburg, Austria. So yes, that's all about the video, and I hope you enjoy it.
that was the video presentation. And now Vincent is going to move straight on to his performance. Thank you, Vincent. That was the first half of the performance, everyone. So right now we're going to have a 5 minutes intermission. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Well, it's wonderful to see, Vincent, performing. Very good. I think it's a brilliant idea. And what I love about it is that this notion of education, community, I mean, this makes music have meaning. Otherwise, what's music about? I mean, it's a very interesting question, isn't it? Is it purely about enjoyment? I mean, is there a deeper meaning to music? And I think, what you're offering, education, understanding, I think music goes far beyond just notes and nice sounds. Would you agree?
I would agree, yeah. Actually, we have just done our Language Arts Festival for the students. They presented their work, their presentation, their group project, their debate, their literary activities. So I thought that Vincent should do something for his music activity as well.
For our next section, everyone, if you are back, please feel free to participate, but you'll need to turn on your microphone and your camera if possible, so that we can have a discussion. So we'll be talking about reimagining the future in music and arts education. Because nowadays, COVID-19, we've been locked up for nearly the whole year. And It's very difficult, especially for performance arts, including music and dance and all sorts of performance kind of arts, because we can't go out in big crowds anymore. We shouldn't go out in big crowds because it's not safe. We will be talking a bit about how we prepare for this performance, how Vincent prepared for this performance, the kind of equipment that we're using, and then we'd also like everyone's opinion on how do you think we can do this better? Any advice that you would like to offer for anyone who wants to perform like this online, you know, this kind of small scale kind of online performance. For Vincent, what he has with him right now are two cameras. One is a webcam that is attached to his laptop, which he is using right now to show himself there. And the other is a phone also connecting to Zoom, which is his keyboard, showing his keyboard in his hand. You see he's pointing over there. Right. And he also has this condenser mic. Vincent, can you hold it up and show the camera? Yeah. So that condenser mic is very good for picking up sounds from a certain direction. It has to be pointed at the piano when he is playing. Other than that, he also needs to use the Ethernet cable with his computer to make sure that he has a stable internet connection, because if the internet connection is not stable, it is not going to work. Other than that, Miss Sue, right now she's at the Language Arts Workshop office, and she is using two monitors as the host. One is for her to share screen with all the slideshows and all that kind of thing. And the other is for her to look at the audience and also to control the host functions. This is our setup, and Misu is also using an external speaker so she can hear it better. I would say that one of the most important things for this kind of performance is to have proper infrastructure, proper equipment before you attempt to do. So what do you guys think? What else can we do to make a good performance like this?
From my side, it's good because I'm listening from the external speaker here. If you can see, I have the extra bass. The bass sound there, it makes very pleasant to listen to, especially when he play really loud part, you know. So to me, I don't like to use headphones, so I use external speaker attached from my microphone like this. Yeah. So to me, this one works. So Dr. Peter, what do you use for listening there? Are you using directly from the speaker?
I thought the sound was very good. My internet connection is stable. I'm using my MacBook Pro speaker, and it's really good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't set it up, to hear it like as it were in a concert hall, because it was last minute, so I could attach to my KEF speakers and all that kind of stuff. But it really sounded good. I mean, most people are going to have either a phone or a computer at hand. They're not really going to connect up, in a hi-fi sense, as it were, for performances like this generally, unless, the initiated. But I thought it was excellent, very good, fantastic.
I would like to know if you turned on original sound.
Zoom actually has a setting that is specifically for music. So, in the future, if maybe you want to do any music-related activities with Zoom, you should explore that settings. There are some settings where you can turn on like high fidelity or something. I forgot the name, but yeah. So you can turn on original sound, and then the sound quality will be better and more suited for music. So Zoom is very flexible in that way.
But you got to keep in mind that if you're going to use that original sound function, then your internet quality has to be very good, because it takes up a lot more bandwidth and it will be very laggy if you're just using Wi-Fi, Right now, we're just discussing about the technical side of things and how we can do it better. And also, I think that this style of performance, it can be easily set up by most people as long as you have a computer or with a webcam and a microphone. That's all you need. So I think it's very good for young performers if they want to, try to have their own performances at home.
Okay, young performers out there, raise your hand, real hands, or the button, reaction button, whatever hands you have there. Who want to perform something like this? Oh, Yun Ching, raise your hand. It could be dance, it could be your violin, it could be your other instruments. You could try to collaborate. That is 21st century skills, you know. Learn to collaborate, and you have to work on your own, your part, and get together. You know, raise your hand if you have idea and how to bring your idea to life. Teacher Chong Lim, how does it sound like when Vincent played?
It's good. It sounds very good. Actually, I didn't expect, I can hear all the, very clear intentions that what he wants to do. But it's good, very good. Of course, it's not like a real, concert hall kind of sound, but
Yeah.
I can hear everything, all the intentions, all his ideas and everything. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Shu Tian, how's it sound from there when you're listening?
Hello, I'm just using my phone speaker,
So
and it works well.
all right, okay.
I can hear very clearly.
So I think that should be it for now for our discussion. We will have another closing discussion after the second half of the performances. So stay tuned for that. Vincent's going to continue on with the second half of the performance. I'll let him tell us about the repertoire now.
Thank you, Jason. So for this second segment, I will be playing one of Chopin's nocturnes, and this
Look
nocturne. Oh my God. Okay. I keep forgetting. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play one of Chopin's nocturnes, Nocturne in F major, Opus 15, number 1. This nocturne is, I would say, is not as famous as some other nocturne. I'm sure you know the Nocturne in E flat major. Yeah, like those are the very famous ones. But this one is not so well known. But I think it's a very intimate piece that I think serves as a good contrast for to the next piece, which is quite huge. The next piece would be Ravel's Gaspard de la Nuit, and I'm sorry for my pronunciation because I don't know French. I will have to apologize for that one. Okay, so yeah, Gaspard. Just call it Gaspard. Okay. So Gaspard de la Nuit is a pretty huge piece, and it's also quite new for me. So you have to bear with all my technical difficulties in it. So, I'm sure Shu Tian is in the call now. He played Gaspard before. He knows it is not easy. Okay, so speaking about that piece, right? So I would just give you guys, especially like there's a lot of young audiences here, like kids. Like there's actually quite a lot of story behind Gaspard de la Nuit. So it's quite a descriptive, like very evocative piece where, because Ravel based this piece on, actually he based it on poems. I have a screen to share, so I prepared a short little PowerPoint presentation to show you the background of this these poems. Here, so Gaspard has 3 movements. There's Ondine, Legibé, and Scarbo. So now this is the composer Ravel, one of the greatest composers, and he's actually one of the most important orchestrators that you will have to study if you study orchestration. Just a fun fact. And then you can see later in his work that there are a lot of orchestration on his piano works. And that sounds weird, but yes, he plays around with so many textures and so many like different tone colors, and hope you enjoy later. So firstly, the first movement, Ondine, is about a water spirit or a water nymph. Ondine. This is the English spelling of Ondine with a U, Ondine. And this water spirit, it came up from the river or lake or whatever and tries to seduce the man, try to seduce the mortal human, come visit my kingdom at the bottom of the lake, you can, and then he tries to, seduce him and try to bring him down to the bottom of the lake. But then the mortal human replied that he is already in love with a mortal woman. And then the water spirit was angry and was disappointed. She cried, she wept tears, as you can see here, and then she just laughed and she just vanished. And then there are just like couple of water trickling down the window or something like that. You can imagine the whole picture. And you know, this is just an image I found from Google, you know, depicting, it's an artist's depiction of the Ondine. So yeah, that's the first movement. And then the second one is, okay, this one is pretty dark, okay? Le gibbet. So a gibbet, in English, a gibbet or gallows is a tool, an instrument used to hang criminals. So like a death sentence, you can see in this picture here, that's the gibbet. And this movement is depicting, like, as you can see here, a view of the desert where there's like a man hanging on the gibbet, a dead corpse there. So it's actually very dark and gloomy. And you will hear later, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy too. And then you can hear, and this, I want you guys to remember, bells. You can hear bells throughout the whole movement. Later in the second movement, you will hear, actually I will play right now. You can hear this. So you will keep hearing bells like that throughout the whole piece. So that is an interesting thing to note, and I hope you guys will, you know, pay attention to that. That's throughout the whole piece. It's like bells from a distant city, okay? And then now the third movement, the third and last movement, Scarborough. Okay, this one is very infamous for being one of the most technically difficult pieces in like standard repertoire. And yeah, it's not easy, and it's still work in progress, okay? Yeah, it's not really polished yet, but I will do my best. And yeah, so Scarborough is some sort of like a goblin, you know, goblin, like that kind of little creature scurrying around. Here this is an evil dwarf. I mean, you just imagine like something tiny, and then an evil dwarf who appears in the dead of night. Like all of this is in nighttime. Gaspard de la Nuit means Gaspard of the night, which you can imagine like it has a totally dark atmosphere. So in the dead of night, you imagine something small and tiny like creeping around in and out of the darkness, you know. And you see here the quote here, he looked under the bed, in the chimney, in the cupboard, nobody. He could not understand how he got in or how he escaped. So it's a very sneaky little thing, and plays with the narrator's mind, which means it's almost like it's giving you nightmares. It's like you don't know if he's there or not. So it's very mischievous, and it's very, in a way, scary. So I hope that I can portray these stories and these atmospheres later in my performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Ong.
now Gaspard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Vincent Ong with his.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed
performances.
that terrible performance. Thank you very much.
Hey, what are you talking about? Terrible?
All right.
That was wonderful,
okay,
really
now-
wonderful. He has a real flair for Ravel. I don't know, it's a wonderful performance. I enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Young Ming, you're still there. Good job. Okay, now raise your hand. Who wants to perform like this? Piano students, come on. Dance student. Hey, dance also can perform too, you know. With Misu, I can let you perform anyway, anything you like.
Hey, Yunqing and Yang Ming want to perform.
Hip hop,
Yeah.
Yang Ming, Junjing, hip hop dance. Yeah, think about it. Okay, I think it went very well actually. Okay, Jason, what do you say?
Yeah, I think it went smoothly. Not a lot of hiccups or any technical issues. So yeah. All right. So for our closing, we can talk a bit about benefits for young performers. I think this kind of setting, this kind of online setting is very good. It's a very good platform for young performers because for one thing, I don't think it will be very stressful for the performer to perform like this, you know, compared to the being on stage in front of a whole crowd of hundreds of people sometimes.
I object.
Really?
It is stressful.
No, for the person to that I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about for the performer.
Performer too. I would just say for young performers, I mean, who never really perform really on the real stage, they would even be more, you know, nervous on
Really?
it. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. You guys, if you guys have opinions about this, you can go ahead and share.
Okay. So teachers, music teacher, dance teacher, it doesn't matter, you know, what you are teaching, or parents, if you are here, what do you think? And kids, think for yourself, okay? If you want to do it, perform like this, have more chance. You don't just let the COVID-19 kill your skills. Don't let it kill your enthusiasm. Do something about it. You know, if you want to do it, you tell your teachers, you tell your parents, and you work hard. That's all. Yeah. Okay. So.
All right, so for our closing speech, I would like to invite Maestro Ng Chong Lim, who is Vincent's teacher for 10 years. Wow, it's already been 10 years.
10 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Maestro, I would like you to give a bit of your insights on how we can keep our passion for performance, especially classical music, alive during these times. And also maybe a bit of advice on how we can adapt to live stream performances like this.
Hi, Jason. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Hi, everyone. Sorry, it's a bit interrupt.
Okay, Yang Ming, can you please mute yourself? Yang Ming. Thank you.
Sure, thanks. Anyway, call me Chong Lim, don't call me Maestro, yeah? Because we are good friends. I mean, okay, anyway, bravo to Vincent first. First thing I want to say, you know, congratulations to him for the performance and all of you for organizing this, yeah? Actually, you know, during this pandemic, right, I think it's not everything bad. Of course, it's affecting everyone in the world, not just musicians, everyone, you know, yeah. But for us, like now we have more time to be at home, even for students. We can actually have more time for ourselves to, you know, do something that what we're passionate about, like, because we can't go out much. Everything's online, but we can still keep the passion going on. Like, you know, if you love reading, read more. If you know, like for pianists or for musicians, we can have more time to practice and learn the repertoire. Even for me now, I don't travel at all for the past 9 months. I practice some of the pieces that, you know, which I long to practice. So, which is not everything bad, but so we just have to keep hopeful that, you know, things will come back, you know, in 2021, yeah, should be better year, that maybe things will slowly pick up again. So yeah, just find your passion and keep learning, keep doing the things that you like to do. It's not all bad, yeah? Yes, Jason? Yeah.
All right, and what about any particular suggestions on how Vincent or anyone can perform better on a live stream like this?
Uh,
Because
live.
okay, Vincent, why don't you say the thing about? Remember, you said earlier about the performing like this. You can't judge the audience, and you can't really adjust very well. You remember that
No,
thing?
actually, now that I think about it, it's actually not really the case. You know, because I've been doing a lot of recordings. I just do it the same way. You know, actually, like we can't do much. We can't control much, like what the audience have in terms of like their setup, their how good is their sound quality. But we just do our best here. You know, just do it like a normal recording, and I think that would be good. I think it's, yeah, that's what I think. What do you think, teacher?
No, actually, I think to me, recording is worse than live performance because yeah, because you record again and again, you get fed up and you just you lose that spontaneity and you get impatient. But I think you did a great job, really great job, and I really like your playing. Lots of surprises, beautiful surprises, but great.
Yeah, I would like to add a little more thing about recordings, to the students out there too, and teachers. I would encourage them all to keep recording using phone, submit their work, their recording. For my speech and drama student, communication students, we do recording a lot. And CMCO, no matter what happened, they all really comfortable on camera right now. At the beginning, they all refused to turn on the camera. And to me, we should turn on the camera. If you attend this kind of events, if you attend a talk, I would suggest turn on the camera. It's a social etiquette that we all need to learn together. I mean, as a performer point of view, I would just say be more happier, much happier to see audience faces. What do you think about that, Vincent, as a performer? When you perform online, would you like to see people faces? I mean, you won't have time to look at people faces, but how would you feel? Like performing in front of blank screen, for example. Of course, we can't tell people not to turn on the camera, but how would you feel as a performer?
Doesn't make a lot of difference when I'm performing, because obviously I'm not looking at the screen. I'm not looking at the screen at all. So whether or not you turn on or off the camera, it doesn't matter to me. But after that, like if we are having a discussion or if we are, we're talking like we're talking about stuff, it's better to turn on the screen, of course, when it comes to talking to people, because you want to see their face. You want to, I mean, if you want to talk to someone, it's better to see their reaction, right? It's better to see what they're, how they react and what they're talking. It's better to turn on the camera in discussion. But for like music performances, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Dr. Peter, what would you say if you perform online, if you have the music event online, would you request the audience to turn on the camera?
Yes, for me, I'm an amateur, and music for me is for people. That interaction between the musician and the audience, for me personally, is vital. I do know that some people actually, love performing alone. Great musicians just play. They're passionate about their music. They enjoy it, and if they play with an audience, fine. Without the audience, fine. But for me personally, I like the interaction with the audience. Somehow the audience offers you something special, which I don't know how to explain. Without an audience, I feel I don't enjoy the performance as well. I don't know. That's me.
Yes, very much agree with that, because I'm sure there are a lot of performers in this call now, and I'm sure we can all relate that feeling of having the audience there. It's completely different than practicing yourself alone. I mean, there's some sort of electric between you and the audience that you can't replace. Of course, that's true.
Yeah.
But in terms of this Zoom thing, it's a pretty good experience overall. I think it's it's been pretty smooth. No major hiccups. You know, there are a couple minor things that can improve, but yeah, it's all in all, it's a great first run, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
It's wonderful.
it's fantastic. It's really fantastic. I mean, the idea that we can actually talk to the soloist, you know, after the performance, isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
I mean, that's the interaction, and that's something wonderful. You've taken it one step further. You know, it's not a real live performance, but we're trying to get as near as possible to that. It's impossible, but in the pandemic, you know, this is fantastic, and what you've done is great, wonderful, well done.
Thank you. And we did pretty well actually with the time keeping here. Look, this is my work here. Ta-da! We start on time and we end on time. Really good. I'm very proud of myself actually.
You
This is
have
the
to be.
first time.
Congratulations.
Bravo.
This is the first time I did this.
Sorry, Vincent, your mother has taken the applause.
yes, no, it's all her. It's all her.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Anyone
Bravo.
else
Bravo.
on the
Bravo.
floor would like to say something? You know,
Yeah,
get
right.
in
We're
touch,
opening
and
to the
thank you
audience
so much.
now.
Yeah.
Anything anyone wants to add? Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm talking too much, but I must say, Vincent, I was so impressed with your Ravel, you know. I mean, it was so amazing, and congratulations. And I don't know why you were diffident about it. You talked about, you know, my mistakes and all that, but you really conveyed, you know, the spirit. I mean, you know, you read the poem. I think that's so evocative, and you were able to evoke all the things in the poems, you know, whether I'm imagining it, but it was something so wonderful. And technically, I thought it was so amazing, you know, and beautiful to watch your fingers, particularly in Scarborough. And it was wonderful. I thought it was really evocative.
Yeah.
You have a
Thank
flair
you.
for Ravel. Really wonderful.
Yeah, appreciate that a lot. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, but yeah, the things about like those mistakes. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a
Absolutely.
but you know, I mean, because I'm me. I'm who I am. I always talk about that. I always like, that's terrible, you know? Yeah,
You know why? Because I was looking out for your mistakes. Now, I'm saying this is a wonderful performance. We are human. We do make mistakes. The audience knows that, okay? But yours, I felt, was technically not flawed at all, you know? I mean, I wouldn't know all the little details which you're upset about. And that's what it's about. It's about communication. And you communicated it so beautifully. The audience doesn't think about all those technical things, generally. The musician would, but don't tell the audience. We don't want to know. You're spoiling it for us, you know?
Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah, you raised a good point. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, it's whether I convey the message.
Absolutely. And you did. Wonderful. I love the Ravel.
Thank you. Yeah, glad you guys enjoyed. And also, you know, we have a couple of international audience here. We have, for example, my friend Shu Tian. He's in London right now. Like, do you want to say a couple of things, maybe? Are you still here?
Yes, I am still here. I really,
Wait.
I
Sorry.
really enjoyed.
Hold on. Wait.
Hello?
No, I think you just turn off the spotlight and just let speaker view do it.
Let's stop the pinning. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yep.
speaker view then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. As Dr. Peter said, I really enjoyed your Ravel and the rest of the performance. And yeah, I just really enjoyed the performance. I want to say congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Shu Tian. Yeah.
Everyone will be nicer.
Yeah. How are you doing? Like recently, what have you been doing?
I'm doing well. I'm just practicing. I'm on Christmas holidays and yeah, I'm practicing and filming some things for my YouTube channel.
All
Okay,
right.
next person I would like to ask for opinion. Kyler, what do you think?
I think today's performance is it's fabulous, and I hope that Vincent can continue his studies and make a successful future as a pianist.
Okay. When would be your next performance, Tyler? Let me know.
Still a far journey lah.
Okay, good. Raise your hand who wants to perform. It's very easy to set up. We know now how. Yeah, maybe not that good, but again, a lot of hard work to put in it, and you just work hard, and then you can try. Look,
Hey,
Yun Ching raised her hand, and Yang
both
Ming
of them.
raised their hands like second round, third rounds already. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, and hope to see you again.
Wait. One more thing. Picture.
Oh,
Picture.
Oh, how to
Okay,
take
I would
photo
like to
of-
request everybody to turn on your cameras right now. We're gonna take a picture,
Oh,
group photo.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm gonna take the
Okay.
picture.
Hold on.
Okay,
Everyone, if
what-
possible,
how we
please
do?
turn on your cameras so that we can see you.
Yay!
All right, everyone, take a look at the camera. Ronald, make a countdown, please.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm done.
Happy holidays, everyone. Hope to see you again. We should do more. It's quite relaxing, actually, now that we know how to do it.
Thank you so much.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
holidays.
Year,
Yeah.
yes. Happy New Year,
Yeah.
everybody. Good
Yeah.
night. Happy holiday. Practice hard.
Bye.
Good luck to
You are
Vincent.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yep,
for
see you
logging
every day,
in.
Vincent.
Bye-bye.
Bye.